Hey, do you see a difference here? Does my face look different? Does my face look different? Wait. Well, it should and it shouldn't. I have the same face, but I am being lit completely different. For this video in particular, I'm officially a YouTuber. And that's because I am now the proud owner of this one piece of gear that every YouTuber has. I probably won't be using it for another video for quite a while because my space isn't designed for this gear since it's really big. What is this one piece of gear, you may ask? It's the most important gear that I have bought so far, and that is whoa. Box inside a box. The Aputure 120D. This is actually the Mark II because we're fancy and might as well get the latest and greatest. Why is this the most important gear that I have gotten so far? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was uneventful. There you go. This is the light. Wow.
You know what we need?
What do we need, Frame?
We need a C-stand.
Yeah, but this room's not that big. Let's take a step back real quick so you could see a little bit, just a little bit, that I am using the light. It's right here. This is the 120D. This is the studio space. This thing is gigantic, first off. It's a 3-foot by 3-foot circle, and it's crazy. My office space is like a 10-foot square, kind of. It doesn't fit. Striking. Oh, and it's on. I don't know if this is the way that you're supposed to do this. This is gonna make everything so soft.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's bring this back in. So why is this one light in specific so important to my business? And that's because of the concept behind it. This light is a catalyst for my business, and it marks the very first piece of gear that I have been able to buy with money earned straight from the business itself. I and my partner did not put any money into this light through our day jobs. This light was paid for by all of the jobs that we've been doing for the last 3 months or so. So we break our business down into different phases. Phase 1, 2, 3. 3 is kind of iffy, but we have 1 and 2 down. And that's this list of gear that we want and we're gonna be using. It's kind of like the most important gear that is the most important for our business. It keeps us on track and it's kind of just really helpful. I would highly suggest getting yourself a little gear list. It keeps you on track, keeps you motivated, it gives you something to work towards. But we have this gear list, and this was on the top spot of the entire gear list. Why? Because lighting is the most important aspect of filmmaking. You may not believe it, but that is true. Without lighting, there is no filmmaking, and good lighting versus bad lighting you can shoot on a red, and if you light things terribly, your video is gonna look terrible. Just the nature of things. So lighting and investing in good lighting is the most important thing by far. This was our key light before this light. Sometimes we would use 2 of these. Majority of the time we would just use 1. This is the Aputure 198. It's a cute little $50 light paired with like a $10 umbrella light, and that's how we were going. This is important. This gives us perceived value. So if in an ideal world, getting clients based off of like your skill set and your gear list, this light increases our hourly rate. It's not very true practically, but people are gonna take us a lot more seriously when we go onto a set and we have a setup like this, because this is the real deal. This is like professional filmmaking equipment. So the light's amazing. We know this. You know this, I'm sure. Every single YouTuber on this platform is using this light because it's amazing. Aputure is a great company. But just what this light means is why it's the most important gear for my company. This light kind of solidifies the company as like a reality. It's the fact that like it's a real thing, and it's a proof of concept. It's a good way to put it. It's one of these like small milestones. Because my company so far has only made about $2,000, and that's just about what this light costs. It's like $1,500. It's in the price range. So it's this small milestone, and it proves that we can not only have a business that can make money, we can also, it's self-sustaining. I don't know. It's a proof of concept that this can be a reality and that we can actually do this. That's why this light is the most important piece of filmmaking gear. That's why this light is the most important piece of gear for me. I feel like I keep running in circles with what I'm saying, but it's a reality check, but like in a good way. I've been trying to create some sort of business for a long time. I think the first like business that I tried creating was when I was a freshman in high school. I think that's the first time like I tried to do something to make money. And this has been the most successful, the most profitable. This has really been the only one that's worked so far. I've had other businesses, but they haven't been profitable. They've made no net income. But this has been the first business that I've made that I've actually made money from. It's a plus too that I am using this skill set that I've built up over the last 10 years. I do feel like an actual professional. I can call myself like a professional videographer now, because I do this professionally. I make money. I've made enough money to buy gear to reinvest into the company that's making me money. It's being a professional. I don't know. It's cool too, because I like to think a lot of what I do is pretty artsy. Not all of it. Some people are kind of annoying to deal with, and they limit my creativity. But when I do, I choose to work with a lot of people that enable me to be more on the creative aspect of stuff. So it's kind of like being paid to create art. That is really cool. I don't know, this is just my very, very first milestone. This is probably the most important thing, because this is the catalyst for everything. And it's just a snowball effect from here. With this light, I have, leading up to this light, in order to get this, I'm done being fucking, in order to get this light, I've had to network and learn about starting and growing a small business and trying to become in contact with all these people. There's been a lot of sentimental stuff and learning and all this small business things that have gone into getting this light. There's a lot of knowledge that I didn't previously have that went in to get this light. I've learned a lot. I've gotten better as a videographer and as like a business owner too. I don't know. There's a lot. This light has just as much meaning as this tattoo right here. So hopefully no one steals it. I don't know. That's just a little video about most important piece of filmmaking gear that I have. It's a plus that it's very practical, but for the most part, it's just this physical thing that I can hold that represents that I can do this for a living. So that's all that I have. If you want more of like of actual video about the light, I can do that. There's 1,000 videos about the light though, but they're not my video about the light, you know? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I know you're probably not subscribed because I have access to all my analytics and they tell me that you're probably not subscribed. So just go ahead and actually subscribe and join the club. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week, and that's it. All right.